Hello. Here we are on day 15. And do you ever feel like your focus is being stolen by a million different people all at once? Everyone's vying for your attention. Well, everything seems so important, right? You dun 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 on the news and everything like that, and on social media. AI is here to take over and steal the world. Russia's here to take over and steal the world. China, whatever it might be. All right, so everyone is vying for your attention, and it's true. That's because your time and attention is super valuable, but they don't value it as much as you should value it. And we've been kind of tricked into just handing over our time and attention. We spend all day scrolling on TikTok, on Instagram, on things like that, giving up our time. Well, that's because they're fighting for it in the attention economy. So what are the costs of distraction? What are the costs of not paying enough attention to your own life? Well, go down with love. You're going to go down with connections. You're not going to be connected with as many people. You're going to have a lot more stress and anxiety because you can't focus. So really what I'm going to speak about today is how to reclaim your focus, and a few different ideas that have really helped me in my time doing that, because in the modern world we've got a million different things bombarding us. We need some techniques and tactics to go about that. So let's get into it. So number one, it's really counterintuitive, but less is more. Okay, so the less that you focus on, the more that you're able to do. And as I say, everyone's vying for your attention, whether it's gaming, TikTok, news. That's because it's valuable, all right? So I think we should value it even more. But if you do less, if you have, instead of 10 different hobbies, you have one, well, you can get way better at that one different thing and go into way more detail, and you'll get much more fulfillment out of it because you don't have a million different things going on. You've just got one thing to focus on, and you can get much, much better at it. So the key thing to be able to get better at this is selective ignorance. Really deciding where your attention and your energy goes, instead of letting it just get pulled around from here to there and here to there. And obviously humans are wired to be attracted to negative things, and that's because back in the day, 1,000 years ago, 100,000 years ago, however long it was, if you were out the group and something bad happened, you probably died. Okay, but that doesn't happen anymore. And right in today, if something bad happens, you just go, oh, and you shake yourself down and you get out again. But we still act and still feel like it's the worst thing in the world. So be clever with your focus. Don't let it get stolen really easily with negative things. And that leads me to number two, which is be positive to yourself. Talk to yourself with a kind inner voice. Also have the hard style as well, where when you need to get stuff done, you can talk to yourself hard. But I view everything with yourself as kind of a negotiation. There is like a child inside of you, or there's someone that's trying to do things, and you've got to kind of quieten that child to get out there and be productive and do the things that are well. We've all had that feeling. If someone annoys us, we want to go and break out or whatever, or we get frustrated. Well, that's when we have to talk to that person inside of us, that little bit part of us, and just go, hey, it's okay, don't worry, and then maybe reframe it and give it a different perspective. But it's super important to be kind to ourselves in that respect, and just talk to ourselves in a nice way, because if we can't do that, we're probably gonna project all the other angry stuff that we've got going on inside of us out to her as well. Okay, number three is try and figure out what triggers us, because typically what happens is we blame the external world. Oh, this person was doing something that annoyed me, or this person was doing something that annoyed me, or they did this and they were ridiculous. Well, the world isn't about you, okay? And there's a lot of different people in the world, and we've got to learn to live in the world harmoniously. And you don't just get what you want always, okay? So try and typically those triggers that trigger you and annoy you about other people, they're probably going to be things that annoy you about yourself. And so similar to CBT or cognitive behavioral therapy, where gradually expose yourself and get out there and You know, the more you expose yourself, start small and go up. You know, if you're an agoraphobic, for example, just go outside for 5 minutes. Then the next time, go to the shop if you can. And ultimately, after a while, you can build up and go into a beautiful stadium like that one behind me there. All right, so number 4 now. Number 4 is one I like talking about a lot, which is embrace discomfort and embrace feeling weird. It's okay. It's okay to feel a bit messed up and a bit weird. And in the modern world, we're kind of obsessed with being happy. All right, well, happy is like, ha, 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 ha. Like, well, that's not very useful to me most of the time. If I'm just happy, I'm not going to be very focused. I'm not going to do anything. I want to be calm. I want to be relaxed, and I want to deliver whatever the situation needs of me. I don't want to be happy if the requirement, you know, the situation doesn't need it. I want to be calm, and if we need to focus, we need to focus, and so on and so on. And if you need to be, you know, you have aggression and all those things. If someone gets aggressive to you, you need to be able to show that. You don't just make yourself super weak and super soft. So you need all of the emotions, and you need to know what they do for you. And feeling discomfort and these things, that's just a signal that you need to change something. That's just a signal that, hey, okay, something's not right, what is it? And most of the time, they're just little things that don't matter. Most of the time, we worry about the stuff that shouldn't bother us, but it consumes our whole day. So what I say is try and get rid of them, focus on the now, and the things that really bother you are going to keep coming back, especially when you meditate or things like that. So it's okay to feel a bit weird. Embrace it. Go, okay, this is my life telling me something right now, okay? And number 5 is prioritize those who love you and the good friendships. And this is really because they're going to be the ones that will help to get out of it. Humans are social creatures. We're nutters. We're a bit crazy. And we need to be with people. And think about it, the worst punishment in our society is solitary confinement. All right, so there's something going on with people. We share, you know, a problem is a problem shared, and something good that happens, it's multiplied if we share it with more people. You know, if it happens to 2 people, it's good, 3, 4, 5, it just keeps getting better. So there's something going on there. There's something really important that they help us see different perspectives. They help us give us kind of ánimo, as they say in Spain, give you like kind of energy or goodwill, you know what I mean? Give you like luck, and they're going to be the ones that pull you out of whatever you're in. Well, ultimately it's you, but they're going to be really helpful in reframing and getting a different perspective, because we're probably just stuck in our own perspective. So give them a hug and don't lash out to them, because typically the ones that we love are the ones that when we're frustrated we react to first. So just give them a hug, prioritize them, give them some love, and you never know what can happen, hey? So that's everything for today. Really appreciate your time. If you've stayed around this long, thank you so much. I'd love a comment or some feedback. Some of the feedback I've been getting recently it's mind-blowing. It's really lovely. So thank you so much for your time. Have an awesome day, guys. See you later.